watching QTV this morning, and I'm Jenna Bosonko, and I'm here with my amazing co-host Ibrahima Balde. We just hope that you had an amazing weekend and wishing you all a successful week ahead. How was your weekend, my dear?
Yeah, I mean, Jenna, it's good to be here.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling quite well today.
You told me.
You know, not feeling very okay, but I mean, I have to be on the program.
Yeah, but you look good though. I love the combination.
Thank you very much. Yes, the weekend was good. I was throughout at home. I mean, no activity. You know, just at home. You know, spending time with the family. One or two things. So that's it.
Yeah, I also just had a restful weekend. Yesterday, I slept a lot yesterday. Although I was busy here and there, but I was just sleeping in and out as well, and on my laptop working on a few things. So yeah, and you know what? It's crazy how the weekend goes by so fast.
Exactly.
And then now, people should be careful because it's longer nights and shorter days. You know, so people have to check their schedules properly because you can easily go to school late or go to work late. You know, Momo the Gajaga, I saw him sending in a message to say, "Oh, I'm running late today." I'm like, okay, this is the effect of the longer nights.
Yeah.
Have you noticed it?
Yes, of course. I mean, it's changing. I mean, it is not the way it used to be. So actually, you also have to adjust according to the way things are changing.
Climate, yeah.
And you can also see the cool season is
I love it.
coming slowly. And, you know, this sometimes keeps people in bed for a very long time.
True.
So it's important for you to adjust. Otherwise, you will be coming to work.
Yeah, but do you do ndahbutanga in the morning? Or
No,
you just do cold water?
I don't do ndahbutanga. I just get into the shower and
No
shower.
matter how cold? Man, I do ndahbutanga.
Yes, no matter how cool. I mean, I sometimes I think doing ndahbutanga, it's a waste of time. So I just get it.
Man suma defu ndahbutanga dama neka di ko chos tuti. Be suma yaram bi mean. So I would rather do the ndahbutanga.
But I think there is, according to what I've read, I mean, there is an advantage of taking shower with cold water as well. That's what I heard. I mean, I don't know how true is that, but I've seen videos of that. So
it
depends. But I mean, it depends on your feelings too.
Yeah.
If at all you feel like, okay, let me take ndohbutanga, you know, take ndohbutanga.
But hanga man general ndahbutanga, it makes me relax because hanga come. Yeah,
that's the love I have for candle lights. I don't know whether this is normal. I love candle lights. When you light candles, it makes me feel relaxed.
But that is what candles are meant for.
Yeah, it makes me feel relaxed especially in the morning.
Yeah.
Even if I have my house lights on, I switch them off and put on a candle.
That is what candles are meant for.
It makes me relax.
Wow, hana hamulo legi candle bisa. It's a very good business. Candle yinga hamne daf there am freshness inside. Nga hamne soko light, the whole place is going to smell so fresh and nice. It's a huge business. Candles are meant to make you relax.
It makes me relax.
It's a good
realized
thing.
That on several
occasions.
Yes, I mean.
Hey, you're danga posh man buganali. But anyway,
So
let's head right on to the proverb.
Yes, it reads, a cow that has no tail should not try to chase away flies. It's from Guinea. A cow that has no tail should not try to chase away flies. From Guinea. Well, it depends how.
So I'm not gain.
Well,
I'm gonna gain and be like they use like wiggle.
Well, I'll have preferred money. A cow with no tail maybe will not be able to chase flies away.
Well, a cow that has no tail.
Money should not.
A cow that has no tail
should
not try because duko munsa.
Well, this means cow, like soko in the swing context, cow bi waruta atem dara.
They did. For example, tay cow bi tail ambila they use pour mu daha weñ. So suko amute jarul mu ko try because munta daha weñ without the tail. Lala mo use pour daha weñ.
Kon cow bi dafa sofa
so li mu la wonne nit you have to have the necessary tools pour nga muna achieve something. Man, that is what it's showing me. Damawara am the necessary tools. It's either education, it's either money or anything you might think of in the world. Yang danko wara am pour yo nga muna either fight what you need to fight ak you know danko need. Dafa many tay nga gis low income countries ak the countries with the superpowers, for example. Amna yo xamne low income country du ko def. Ñemañu loo ko def parce que xam nga ne amuloo mun bi. You do not have things to leverage on to do that in the international community. While these people, they can easily do it because all the things that they need is available. You know, their economies are doing well. They have the oils. They have everything that they need.
Why society at some point lower digala, if you don't have resources, you cannot do certain things. Why at some point you have to try. So
amutes.
Wa kaw bi society mun na top so toge fly si duñ la topa so demé ci mir bi nga risatu do la topa
dedet why risatu
but there must be a way
dedet why nga risatu bi lolu dang ko def for a moment
wow
after munu lo continue di risatu si mir bi why nga bele mun nga ko nek diko move rek diko move rek
nobody denies the significance of the
why alternative
why you must have an alternative otherwise nga tok fofu nonu rek di ne man awma li du mako mëna def kon bu yagé wey dinañ bona sa gaaw bi de
affaire la de daf di easy
you know so that is it. I mean, how manakala mo def de why hamna ne mo
dinamite de why tiel bi dafa important de mu la show ne rek nit you have to have your arms ready xam nga da nga wara am sa gana yi ready yi nga xam ne mom nga wara use pour protect sa bopa is either jangala halis la o no ko mëna waxe
waaw waaye lii tam mu ngi ma remind comme ñu de use certain measures pour ne ok suma nak bi dama ko bëgg a xamé ak yoyu non let's go direct ñu dee dog seen tiil yi am na ñoo xam ne dañ dee dog yenn nag bi
déedéet kay
loolu dañ ko dee def pour ñu ne dañ koo xaamee understand nga am na ñoo xam ne tam dañ dee def certain things to certain animals loolu yëpp dañ ko war a bàyyi da ngaa gis xaj buñ castrate loolu
déedéet boobu support naa ko
waaw castrate
because xam nga lu tax xaj yi si dëkk bi dañ bari soo suñ ko castrate dañoo nekk di jur rek
waaw loolu tam mu ngi fa waaye ndax xaj boobu noonu jox na la di right pour nga castrate
déedéet waaye xaj yi animal right am na nag de waaye xam nga
you are stepping on the fundamental animal right of that dog xanaa xaj bi moom waruta am yëg-yëg soo ko castrate nga rey ko ni
déedéet ma foog suñ ko génnee daf de you can still have an affair
you can never have an affair
loolu
amut
boobu moom
loolu amut so loolu yëpp mu ngi fa xam nga so dañ ko war a bàyyi xel although yooyu dañ ko dee def to control this animal
waaw ndax xam
loolu tam mu ngi fa moo tax bàyyi xaj yi di dem si biir dëkk bi di lifin you know animal control dañ war a am yooyu noonu amoon na time Banjul ñun suñ time school dañ dee riite xaj yi di leen téye di leen taka
am na ba léegi sax
waaw so xam nga rek ku nekk ak sa gis-gis sa buga ak noo dee xalaate
waaw loolu moom dëgg la loolu moom it's subjective so so fi mu nekk nii dañoo lii rek dañoo jéem a seet waaye proverbe bi moom am na solo torop interesting na teel bi daal nañ make sure ne nit ki daal anything li nga xamante ne moo la war a dimbale pour nga am sa boppa larit bi xaalis education
war nga try nga jëfandu bu baax a baax pour get certain things si nga xam ne ñooy tax nga mun a taxaw ba mu dëgër
waaw
comme society buñ dëkka léegi you have to be very armed pour nga mun a dëkka si society pour nga mun a dëgër understand nga bu nekkee jàng la bu nekkee xam-xam la bu nekkee skill la war nga koo mun a am pour nga nekk ki nga xam ne nit ñi dañ laa mun a respect understand so I think it's important this is talking about that
so dafa mel ni fi mu nekk ni moom we have already exhausted the proverb so we'll just go for a short break right and then when we come back we'll head right on to the newspaper review. Our guest is Mr. Ka and immediately after the break he'll be joining us to take a look at current affairs. We'll be right back.
The art of juggling is a true spectacle of agility, coordination, and speed. A symbol of progression, precision, and mastery. "5G speed is like having the juggler in your pocket. With lightning-fast download and upload speeds, you'll easily be able to juggle even the busiest workdays. Whether you're a busy entrepreneur, a creative, or just someone who wants to stay connected. Juggle your tasks with ease with QCell 5G speed. The future is here. It's fast, reliable, and efficient. First brought to you by QCell. We innovate, others follow.
QCell mooy suñu boss. QCell mooy suñu boss. QCell mooy suñu boss. Go, ebe dawa full network suuta tili QCell. Ni lafta diamla wati jamala mune diata QCell. Most reliable network dumala keta wati QCell. Wo quality man nyon soto jam ona manke QCell. Ani be wulo ni farole kono walante be bakono jala fayola network ko se taria QCell suñu boss. Ñu fi njëkka indi 3G ñu dellu taxi 4G plus and now we bring you 5G. 5G. First and only 5G provider. Itella follow adi doron nesa keno. Gambia bela nyon tawa fele QCell. Ko fasunta buka busi QCell. Itella multi milka kukutol nati Gambia. QCell meta lori la kilianol yele imanjina amanda wala itella ka quality dila dadi ma itelle silo wala wodol mume be keno ma. QCell sunyu boss. QCell sunyu boss. QCell sunyu boss. QCell sunyu boss. Connection be bambandi QCell sunyu boss. QCell most innovative QCell sunyu boss.
The future is now with QCell's 5G network. Experience speeds like never before with our new 5G Rocket Fixed Internet plan. Get speeds from 10 Mbps to 100 Mbps. Your 5G-enabled devices. Walk into QCell headquarters to get one of our 5G routers and experience the true feeling of 5G. Only with QCell. QCell brings you the future. Tech, innovation, incredible speed. The future is now. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyu Bus. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
QCell brings you the...
Welcome back from that short break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV this morning, and I am Jennifer Sonko. So, Ibrahim, and now we're joined by Mr. Carr, who will be our guest on the newspaper review.
Yeah.
But before that, we have a short video of the incident in Sierra Leone. We are all aware of the security concerns currently, and we also have statements here. One from the ECOWAS, which condemns the disturbances in Freetown, as in the early hours of Sunday, some unidentified individuals attempted to break into the military barracks in Sierra Leone, but then also a curfew has been declared. So the president addressed the nation, Julius Maada Bio. So we'll just take a look at that, and when we come back, the show continues.
Fellow Sierra Leoneans, in the early hours of this morning, there was a breach of security at the military barracks at Wilberforce in Freetown. Some individuals attacked the military armory and other locations in Freetown, including Pademba Road Correctional Center. In the event, prisoners escaped. The attackers have been repelled by a combined team of gallant security forces, and calm has been restored. Most of the leaders have been arrested. Security operations and investigations are ongoing. We will ensure that those responsible are held accountable through due process. I acknowledge the bravery and dedication of our armed forces, police, and all those who played a role in defeating this attempt to undermine the peace and stability we have worked so hard to achieve. Their commitment to the defense of our democracy deserves our deepest gratitude. I thank all citizens for complying with the security measures and advise everyone to remain vigilant and to cooperate with the security forces. Fellow Sierra Leoneans, in times like this, we are reminded of the importance of national unity. Let us not succumb to fear or division. Let us come together as one people, one nation. Our strength lies in our unity. And it is through solidarity that we can overcome challenges that come our way. I call on all political leaders, traditional leaders, civil society, and citizens across the region to continue working to preserve the peace of our nation. As your Commander-in-Chief, I want to assure everybody who is resident in Sierra Leone that we have overcome this challenge, and together we will continue on the path of progress and development. May God bless Sierra Leone and its resilient people. Long live the Republic of Sierra Leone.
That is the president of Sierra Leone, Julius Maada Bio, addressing the nation following disturbances in Freetown. And ECOWAS also issued a statement reiterating its zero tolerance for unconstitutional change of government. So, Mr. Carr, what do you make of this? Is another episode of several other episodes that we've been dealing with in Africa when it comes to attempted coup d'etat.
Yeah, especially West Africa, we've gone through a lot. They even adopted the coup d'etat belt, but it's rather unfortunate. I know it's not perfect, but Sierra Leone been through a lot in the 80s and 90s, and they have overcome it. What they have now might not be perfect, but it's better than reverting to what they had. If that society breaks down again and then ruptures, we experience the type of violence that was being meted against each other. I think that is a no-no. What they have now is a lot better. So they must preserve it and work towards perfecting their institutions so that democratic governance can prevail. I think those that want to take the power from the state institutions that had been elected, they must be mindful because they are creating a society of chaos. And chaos can only bring nothing but anarchy. And anarchy breeds nothing but death and destruction of lives and property. So I think that route is not the way to go.
Yeah, he mentioned something very significant. According to him, they will follow due process, you know, and they will be dealt with accordingly, according to law. So I think that's a very important one. And I'm told
So Mamadou Lamin Choi is on the line, who's on the Meet the People tour with President Adama Barrow, and has been giving us updates on this program since the tour started. So Mamadou Lamin Choi is currently with the Minister of Tourism and Culture. Mamadou Lamin Choi, thank you so much for joining us. Good morning.
Good morning, Geneva, and good morning to the entire team of This Morning. It's a pleasure to join you once again live here in Basse.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mamadou Lamin Choi, for joining us. We've seen the amazing stories that you filed and the amazing work that you're doing. Thumbs up to you. And you are standing right next to the Minister of Tourism and Culture, who you're about to engage. Thank you so much, Honorable Minister, for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Honorable. It's a pleasure for us to have you. We've had some other government officials, including the Minister of Agriculture. As the Minister of Tourism, the Meet the People tour has begun, and the state of affairs of the country has been discussed in a dialogue with the President. What is the Minister of Tourism's take in this? What role, what expectations do you have when it comes to, the Meet the People tour and the dialogue?
Well, thank you very much. As you're aware that the Meet the Farmers tour is a constitutional requirement. This is in all modern constitutions in most parts of Africa. And it is meant for the leadership to visit people, discuss with communities, individual youths, and other stakeholders to find out how they view his government and the level of development and the implementation of projects that were earmarked and projects that were also ongoing, and also the concern of the citizenry in general, so that we gather this information, we collate this information, go back and then look at it and discuss it and see where we have done well, where we have failed, where we are progressing, and then re-evaluate it and get set and draw certain measures to make sure that the correction are done and the implementation of some of these issues are also done. And that's how we do it. And although in other countries it has some little bit of difference, I know that in Ghana, most people, including members of parliament, be they opposition or government, will always be present to make sure that they defend their communities, projects that were I marked during the budget, how they've been implemented. Unfortunately, some people try to see it as a political tour, and as a result, they don't participate in it, which is rather unfortunate. I think really, it's a program. It's something that everybody should be on board to take to challenge the leadership to say, look, you promised to put this in the budget last year for my constituency. What have you done? And then when you go back to Parliament, you should be able to decide on the next coming budget what was supposed to be done in your constituency and not done. So this goes to councillors, this goes to members of Parliament and community leaders, and as a result of which everybody becomes on board. Yes, indeed, we believe that we've heard so many things from people, and they were free to express their opinion, and the good thing is they don't fear to talk what they want to say. And I think that's the beautiful part of it. Even if the members of Parliament are not there, and other communities are not there, the people themselves are speaking for themselves, and they know exactly what they want. But I am quite impressed with the amount of water supply, the road construction, the numerous projects that are ongoing. I make a quick visit to Fototo and other areas. I travel usually. When we come, I move to other areas in advance to check, to move, to see. But I am very impressed. And I think we are progressing. We are moving forward, and development is happening.
Of course, during the dialogue, we hear people quite often expressing appreciation and gratitude for the development that the current government has brought to their doorsteps. But also, equally, they've also been identifying some of the challenges that they have in terms of access to water, access to electricity, access to roads. What does this tell to government?
Well, let me be very clear. With electricity, the World Bank projected the Gambia to have national electricity throughout the country for 2030. But it has been reversed. As we speak now, by 2025, there is no home in the Gambia that will not have access to electricity, which is a great achievement. And although we are a small country, but also our resources are small too. But that's a great achievement for this government. By 2020, and you've seen the poles all over and been fixed out throughout the country. We believe that by end of January, March, we would start connecting these communities for them to access electricity. With regards to water, we've got a lot of support. And as we speak, we have major boreholes, as you have seen, up to 100,000 liters, 80,000 liters, 70,000 liters. And I think you saw us inaugurate these boreholes. We have 55 of that are already ongoing. And we're expecting another 100 extra boreholes that can take 10, 15 communities together. And these are already approved projects. So the process is ongoing. Development is not a one-day issue. These are things that should have happened 50-something years ago. They did not happen, and they are happening now. I think that's the achievement of the entire Gambian people. Because under the leadership of Adama Barrow, we believe that development politics is what we really embody, engage ourselves. It's not about talking about politics alone, but giving people development. The development political agenda of Adama Barrow, President Uhuru Kenyatta, Macky Sall, I think these are the new elements, these are the new modern system of democracy. You must give people what they want. Not in totality, but at least they must appreciate that you are doing something.
Yes, so Choi, I will just Choi, can you hear me? I'll just get in there a little bit.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, we will just now shift the attention to tourism a little bit, because recently I visited Albreda and just other neighboring villages, and I did this story on rural tourism. and just to check and assess, the state of rural tourism in the Gambia. So, I just want to engage the minister there in relation to that. What is the ministry doing to ensure that rural tourism is strengthened? Because, we got few complaints here and there, challenges, although the successes are there too, especially UNESCO heritage sites about, improving how they look and all of that. So you can just delve into that.
Well, let me just make it very clear. I think, to be honest with you, this government have done more in the area of culture and tourism more than any other government since independence. Right now, as we speak, Kirbach has been fully refurbished, waiting for inauguration. Wasu has been fully fixed, built, waiting for inauguration. The Mongo Park is also the process is ongoing, the contract is on, the contractor is working. And now the Sotumasamba Lodge is ready. We're just completing the fencing. The Bara Lodge is ongoing. And as we speak right now also, the GTHI, since 4 years ago, have started training. They've got a training center in Farafenye, in Janjambure, and now we are collaborating with the Gambia College to start training youths in this area. The unfortunate thing though, we are training a lot of people. I think so far we've gone over 300 youths in the provinces that we have trained. But once trained, they move to the cities again. And some of the other girls get married. And as a result, we're losing some good numbers. But that would not stop us from doing this training. And also, the World Bank Resilient Diversification Project also certainly is going to do a lot more. And that is the area of Albreda and indeed the Crocodile Pool in Berending and other sites of great importance. So we are investing a lot of efforts and energy in this area, and we've had the people complain, raise issues that they want to also see tourists in their areas, and that's why we have the regional and domestic tourism program that this government is engaged in. We have got tourism regional managers in all the regions who are to help support this process of getting the facilities improved on. Although I'm not quite happy with the situation in Basse, some of the facilities really needs to be looked after, and then some serious measures must be taken at the level of the ministry for the improvement of these facilities.
True.
And that I have taken note myself. I visited a couple of them, and I've seen really the need to improve most of these facilities.
True.
And I also believe that we are trying to get a new camp in Sutukoba, community camp, to support it through the Gambia Tourism Board, and to build it so that on the other side, when you cross over, you will also have somewhere decent to sleep and to rest whilst you are moving in the country. And we believe that the current policy that we have adopted will go a long way in trying to bring tourism and culture, the benefit of it, to the doorsteps of the general citizenry in the country.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Honorable Minister, thank you very much for, coming on the program. Well, I was at Kiribati, I think, few years back, and I've seen the work, that have been going on at Kiribati. I was impressed, to be very honest. I mean, I don't know of Wasu. But what are we going to do to promote what we call domestic tourism? Because at the end of the time, if all these lodges are ready, you mentioned the Sotuma Lodge, you mentioned a couple of them that are under construction at the moment. We understand not only tourists that are coming into the country that are going to use these locations, but what are we doing to promote domestic tourism so that in the Gambia we would be able to be moving about?
Well, that's a very important question, and that's why we conceived the idea of promoting domestic tourism. But we have realized most Gambians don't know the Gambia. They travel more into Europe than their own country. I met somebody yesterday who said, I've never been to Basse. I said, what? I said, I've never been to Basse. So we've seen a growing middle class in the Gambia who are really willing to go with their wives and children to go and take them out to explore the Gambia River. Fortunately for us, the Millennium Challenge project will really devote a lot of resources in the River Gambia in promoting ecotourism. Plus the World Bank project, with all those resources invested in it, I think Gambians would now start moving in their own country as tourists to enjoy the beauty of this country. And I think this is an area where we have devoted a lot of efforts, and we've started a training program to make sure that when you leave Banjul, you come to any a hotel, you will not see the difference because you are in the province. You will have quality standard, the best food and the best place to live and the best place to rest for 2-3 days with your family. And we also want to try to see how we can devote a new system that we have in other countries where citizens pay less than what non-citizens are paying in hotels. This is a study we are trying to conduct to see how best we can encourage Gambians to travel more within the country and encourage Gambian investors too to invest in the country, and then to make sure in the industry rather, so that really the industry come back and belongs to Gambians themselves. And that's why we are doing whatever is possible to encourage investors, liaise with them, support them, give them technical know-how, technical guidelines through our experts to help them make sure that these facilities are well built. And that's what we've been doing with the regional managers who are all over the country as we speak right now.
I know, let me just come in. Thank you, Honorable Minister. I know you are already embarked on building a lot of eco-touristic centers, you know, or lodges, but we already have existing ones and that are very good, like Makasutu Lamin Lodge, and we have centers such as the Crocodile Pool in Bakau. How, I know they are private ventures, but how are you supporting those? Because they are part of the ecosystem of tourism and they've been existing.
The World Bank project will take care of this. There are a couple of old lodges that I am dissatisfied, and the reports have indicated that they need to improve what we've written to them, and they need to act quickly. We will support them where necessary, but standard is important right now. Gambians want to enjoy the best of the best in this country. They cannot be treated as second-class citizens when they travel in any part of the country. They need to have the best out of the best. And that the ministry will not, and through its agencies, will not relent on this matter. We must make sure that proper service delivery is given.
Yeah, thank you so much. That is all we have time for. Thank you so much, Honorable and Mamadou Lamin Choi. But you're in Basse. Did you guys have some mono in the morning? You know?
No, Basse is Lachiri.
Mono amut. Guy didn't go for
this morning.
Yeah,
you had mono. Yeah, he had mono this morning.
I had my mono this morning.
You see? You see? You see?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Nice. Mamadou Lamin Choi, how about you?
Know, I eat mono every day.
All right.
That's why you're looking fresh, Honorable.
No mono. Perhaps tomorrow I will join the minister for mono.
All right, please do. Please. Mamadou Lamin Choi, thank you so much. We appreciate the work that you're doing during the tour. And
good luck,
yes,
guys,
good luck. Good luck. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Seems the minister is in a haste for, you know, the Meet the People tour that is starting. So, gentlemen, we will just now move on to current affairs quickly before we have other segments that we need to take a look at. And a lot has happened over the weekend. Shortly, we'll be joined by Dr. Marina, who will be talking about World Premature Day. And, you know, the challenges are there. Just recently, I attended this training that was hosted by the Carnifing General Hospital, and they're training their maternity unit. And, you know, some of the staff that were trained are telling me that they graduated over 10 years ago and new innovations have come. They need this, you know, refresher trainings as well as intensive course trainings to ensure that maternal mortality is controlled. But again, you know, they mentioned very important things to me, that sometimes the challenges of maternal mortality is not just coming from them, but sometimes they find it very difficult to deal with the patient or even the escort. So it was good that they brought that out, because most of the time when it comes to these things, they are blamed, you know, the health practitioners. But according to her, they face a lot of challenges when it comes to the escorts and then the patient themselves. Sometimes the patient does not even want to sign the form for a C-section till it is too late. And then when the child dies, you know, they're blamed. You know, there are just a lot of complications. And you can't operate on somebody without consent.
Most of the time, when such things happen, people tend to blame, the health care officials. But there are many factors that lead to...
And also, another important factor is normally they advise these patients ahead that your escort is not supposed to be an old woman, you know,
but
preferably...
Not even that, even, Jay, you see pregnancy from conception to the point of delivery. There are a lot of things that happen. Nutrition is important.
Very important.
So you have to be advised. That's why it's always good to register with your local community, the hospital or midwife or whoever is responsible to take, so that they can guide you as to what you would be eating and all, because it's a journey for 9 months of what you do. So it's not just at the tail end where complications
come in,
but it starts from when you conceive to that time, so that you can do the right things, the right exercise, the right nutrition. All these things do help in terms of reducing that. I think there is, like you rightly pointed out, a host of issues that culminate into
that actually caused this. So it's good that they highlighted it, just so we understand that they are dealing with the meager resources, but like you said, pregnancy has to do with even before you conceive. There's a process to it, but a lot of people don't take a look at those things. The postnatals, antenatals, and all of them are things that need to be looked into. But then aside from that, we're aware that Dr. Mariana will not be able to make it here, who is supposed to talk about World Premature Day. But I mean, people have these concepts about when persons are born prematurely, but now with technology, things are changing with the incubators and all of that. Even when a child is born premature, they can always make it. So
and the records are indicating that there is improvement a lot in the Gambia. There is a trajectory that is heading in the right direction, because we highlighted recently a new maternity hospital that was recently opened, I think somewhere around the Combos, and also the one that is in Bundung have a very good reputation of registering a lot of successes. So some of these are success stories that can be replicated because of good practice, have to be replicated in other areas, and then that will enhance the provision of such services.
And it's also compensated by the advent of technology. Maybe in the past it was difficult for a hospital to get certain number of incubators, but now it is provided. We have seen donors, providing certain things for hospitals. So they have also been very good.
I think philanthropic, they're doing really well, and companies with their social corporate responsibility, I think they're doing really well along those lines. And also over the weekend, we saw how Rohey Malik Lowe, the mayor of Banjul, presented her awards to President Adama Barrow. For me, that was just it. I was like, okay, this is what we need, that sense of unity and understanding that there are just certain things that are developmental, like he said, politics for development or politics of development. So when I saw that, I appreciated that interaction there.
Yeah, after partisan politics, there has to be a convergence at some point. And the focal point is the people. Whatever you do, the end result is meant to benefit the people. So in any way that they will complement each other and work in tandem to realize what is beneficiary to the people is good, because it's not a competitive kind of thing that will be destroying each other. It's a complementary thing to ensure that the people get the services or whatever they are going to provide for them. I think that shows maturity, and that is reflected in many Western societies. They disagree, but certain times they have to converge for the benefit and interest of the people. So that is political maturity.
Mr. Carr, it is very hard and very difficult to do the action. Sometimes you can say, I have the people of the Gambia at heart, you understand? But the action that will show people that you have the people at heart, depends on how you, portray yourself. I've been, for a long time, I think if you know Rohey Malik Lowe, this is her personality. She's been doing a lot. She's been calling the president her brother. So I don't think, she have that complexity of not doing certain things.
So that's just how
it's
politics.
Not about individual, it's about every other politician for that matter. Having to link that.
So the nation comes first in anything that
like George Weah said, he put the nation first and then averted a lot of conflict or contradiction in Liberia. Those are the type of politicians that we need now, not self-perpetuating that will just pursue self-interest, self-agenda, or party interest and party agenda. They must go beyond that. That is not to say that you don't need an opposition party to check or question or to ask for accountability. So these are the sort of ingredients that have to be present in a democratic society for society to progress. You have to have mature political opposition parties that will question and then hold to accountability and guide the people. You will also have a sitting government that will deliver and is ready to engage and work with the opposition where it's necessary for the interests of the people. So these are the things that must converge.
Yeah, and also finally, Talib Bensouda, came out to actually, debunk those claims that has to do with people saying he's forming his own political party, part of the headlines, so he came out to, reaffirm that he is a member of the United Democratic Party and nothing is going to make him, form his own party. So these rumors, you have no power to stop them. Yeah. People just make their own analysis of things and say, oh, I think if this person does this, it will be beneficial to them, but doesn't mean that is what the person has in mind.
You cannot stop speculations.
You
but
can't.
The best way to stop it is to come and talk to the people.
Yes.
From the horse's mouth, we hear what you say, what your position is, and then that will be laid to rest.
Yeah.
But if you don't come and talk to the people, then you are adding fuel to the speculation and it keeps going.
Yep.
So the best way to kill speculation and rumor mongers, just come and talk
have
to
the
the
conversation
people.
with us, and the moment you do that. But thank you so much, Mr. Carr, for joining us. So, Ibrahim, up next, we'll be taking a look at Legs for Africa. So this particular organization, recycles prosthetic legs that would otherwise end up in landfill and facilitates support to amputees in sub-Saharan Africa to ensure that they are independent and then their lives are fulfilled. So we'll just go for a short break, and when we come back, we'll get to discuss this. Stay with us.
Brings you the future with our ultimate bundles. Enjoy the best voice and data bundle plans in one package. Get unlimited data packages with flexible validity and enjoy what true internet feels like. Get 30 minutes of on-net and off-net calls with 5 gigabytes of data for just $350. Or get bigger bundle packages from 10 gigabytes to 20 gigabytes with over 100 on-net and off-net voice calls and enjoy the fastest internet speed in the Gambia. You can also buy 1-day, 3-day or even 7-day packages and enjoy unlimited data bundles with uncapped speeds. Just dial *343# today and experience the limitless capabilities of the QCell network. *343# should be your favorite code to dial now. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, we innovate, others follow.
Step into the Espas Motors showroom for your luxurious name brand vehicle. Located along the Bertil Harding Highway, Espas Motors is the Gambia's authorized dealer for Chery, Kia, Ford, and now we bring you the new Peugeot model 3008 SUV. 18-inch alloy wheels, 216 inches high ground clearance, keyless entry system, start and stop button, rear parking assistance system with reverse camera, adaptive cruise control with speed limit, LED daytime running lights, front and side airbags, 8-inch HD touchscreen. Not to forget our exquisite Peugeot Landtrek double cabin pickup with 2.1-liter diesel engine, 6-speed manual transmission 4x4, hill descent control, LED daytime running lights. Espas Motors, the authorized dealer for Peugeot. Visit us today or call us on 35-2222 or 353-4444.
Looking for the perfect place to promote your product or place your advert? Look no further than QTV. We are the premier destination for businesses looking to connect with Gambian audiences and beyond. At QTV, we offer a variety of advertising solutions to suit your needs and budget. With our diverse range of programming, you can be sure that your ad will reach a broad and engaged audience. From our popular news broadcast to our exciting music and entertainment programming, QTV has something for everyone. QTV, the premier destination for advertising in the Gambia. Contact us today and let us help you reach your audience. Banking the smart way with the new Aji Bank mobile app. Transfer money to any bank account in the Gambia. Top up airtime for all networks. Pay utility bills. Check your account balance and view mini statements. Request for ATM cards. Request for checkbooks and more in a single touch. So, do your banking in a smart way. Do your banking now with Ajibank mobile app. Every time is banking time. Ajibank, your investment partner. You.
Ibrahim, like I mentioned, we'll be joined by representatives from Legs for Africa. And if you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV this morning. We're here with Ali Ture, who's the country manager of Legs for Africa, as well as Pastor Alex from an organization called Transformer. So these two organizations are collaborating to ensure that amputees have a meaningful life with the prosthetic legs that they get to provide for them. But thank you so much, Mr. Ture, for joining us. And, you know, we already know what the organization does, but how do you channel your support? How do you determine, you know, which communities to go into? Or do you have a collaboration with the hospital? When a person is amputated, they can be supported directly, or persons just walk into an office to ask for support. How do you coordinate the support that you provide?
First of all, good morning.
Thank you.
To you all.
Good morning.
And my fellow partner also, good morning, and to the listeners as well. Yes, in fact, it's a very good question. Yeah, it's a very good question. Legs for Africa, they have different teams, different sections. They create different sections. And I started working with them with the first section, that is the counseling unit. You see, this counseling unit, we work with hospitals and the community as well. You see, from the Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital, where I started it in 2020, I started the counseling. Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital, Kanifing General Hospital, Pakala. Now we have even extended our counseling services up to Bansang, Parafenye and Bansang.
Nice.
So we wrote to hospitals and informed them that we are an institution or an organization which gives support to people who are amputated in the Gambia. And the support starts with amputee peer counseling.
Okay.
Because, before going for a prosthetic leg, when you are newly amputated, you need a counseling service.
Right.
Because at that time, the condition you used to be, you need somebody to come and offer you counseling services. And our counseling services is fully organized because it's done by people who are amputees.
Okay.
Like myself, I am an amputee.
Okay.
I started this program with Legs for Africa in the Gambia. They supported me, they sponsored me. I do the social work training, both certificate and diploma level.
Right.
You see, so after this, then we wrote to hospitals, whereby I started visiting hospital and counsel my fellow newly amputees. And this helps a lot because I could experience the time I'm being amputated. There was nothing like this. You sit on your hospital bed, frustrated. Actually.
With nobody with experience.
Nobody
to talk
who will come and share his experience with you. But when we started this, it is very helpful.
Yeah.
I'm talking on TV. Even the doctors and nurses admire the services.
Nice.
The moment somebody is amputated, the first thing they think of is inform the counseling team, Legs for Africa, let them come and counsel him.
So, okay. So now, you did not have somebody to counsel you. At the time that you were being amputated, something like this didn't exist. How did you deal with it then? How did you survive it?
It was not easy, but naturally, I'm somebody who is very faithful.
Okay.
I have faith. Yeah. Because even people who knew me, when they come and visit me, if they want to cry, I always stop them, ask them not to cry. This is what God says, and we have to accept whatever God does. Then we try, and accept that, feel positive, make ourselves strong to overcome the challenges that.
Yeah. So we just involve Pastor Alex. Yeah. How are you collaborating? What is the collaboration like between the two organizations?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I want to appreciate my partner here, Mr. Liu. And I want to say good morning to all our viewers there. Honestly, we are very happy that we met. When we met Mr. Aldiu Ture, and we saw the good works he's doing, and the Legs for Africa, and all they're doing, and we feel that they need us. This is the time we need to work together, because we discovered that 80% of all the amputees around, they're all diabetic.
They are.
So most of the issues there is that they have this without knowing, and if it is not treated at a very long time, it will result to being amputated.
Right.
So we come together and said, we have the solution. We can bring in health professionals who can come and encourage and teach them, sensitize them on how to manage diabetes. So this is how transformers come in. We have been existing recently in the Gambia, and we have been going around doing good and helping those who are in need. So when we met Mr. Aldiu, and we see that, yes, this is the right people we are looking for. He's a honest human being. So let's come together and see how we can be able to visit those people who are amputated and those who are sick with diabetes, and we'll find a lasting solution, because we believe that diabetes is treatable and defeatable. So we should not allow it to take us that long period on bring us down. We can be able to do something and put smile on their faces. That's what transformers do.
Yeah. So I like the collaboration.
Yeah.
It's very sensible how Transformers is trying to prevent.
Yeah.
And then how you're preventing and also helping when the damage has already been done. I really, really appreciate this collaboration. So have people been coming out as well to just come for counseling willingly without you knowing? Because sometimes, persons who are amputated do not even want you to see them. They're scared. They just want to be indoors. Do they come out to volunteer to say, oh, help me, I'm an amputee? Things like that. Or are you finding it challenging to get people to support?
Thank you very much. Very good question. It is never difficult for me.
Okay.
Because there are some people who are even not amputated in the Gambia. Some are amputated in Senegal. But after their treatment, they come here. Because what happened is, 12, 15 to 20 years ago, then there was nothing like Legs for Africa working in this country.
Right.
It was really very difficult for people who are amputated.
Right.
Especially the poor ones.
Yes.
Especially the poor people.
Right.
Because to afford a prosthetic leg is very expensive.
True.
Very, very expensive. So many people used to go to Senegal, Dakar, to get a prosthetic leg. But through the interception of Legs for Africa in this country, things are changed now. Because they ship prosthetic components into this country. Because since they started working here, I should make that point also clear. They are an institution who are not based here.
Yes.
They are in UK.
Yeah, that's why you're the country manager.
They are partnering with the Department of Social Welfare
Right.
for the past 10 years. So directly sign an MOU with the Department of Social Welfare, the Mobility Center, the National Rehabilitation Center.
Yeah.
You see, where they ship this prosthetic components.
Yeah. So quickly, you recycle as well.
Yes.
You know, you also
They are
recycle
recycled,
prosthetic
yeah,
legs.
exactly.
So, you know, so how is this done?
This is done in UK.
Okay.
They are recycled. When they are recycled, they are dismantled and brought over to the mobility center here. We have trained professionals whom you know. They are the one who assemble the legs for new amputees. Because for the frames they are made here. You cannot make a frame for somebody away. No, the limb must be measured. So for the frames, they are made here, but the rest of the materials, they are just assembled. Yes.
Okay.
And like you said, getting in touch. Even some people whom you know, they are amputated without our notice. The moment, you know, the, relatives, friends heard about them, they used to tell them, my service or our service. And when they tell them our service, straight away they try to get my number and call and seek for counseling service.
So what I want to know, I mean, to get your service, is it, is there an amount that they should pay?
No, it's a free service. It's a free voluntary service. The whole of West Coast, KMC, Banjul, even if not at hospital, if I have an information that somebody is amputated and is at home, I get the number, I visited you up to your home and give you free counseling service.
Nice, amazing.
Because all is financed and supported by
there
Lex
was
for
a
Africa.
time, this is what we talked about. It's about counseling.
Yes,
you know,
it's
it
very
all has
important.
to do with counseling. You
For
know,
a start.
most of the time in Africa, I mean, I wouldn't only point out Gambia, but Africa in general, counseling services is a problem. Many people are going through a lot because they don't have the right people to guide them and counsel them. We talk about this all the time. There is nothing, I cannot tell you, I mean, there is nothing harder than you losing your leg.
a part of
you
your
understand?
body.
A part of your body.
Very
You understand?
painful.
So
Very
if
painful.
you don't have
Very
someone near you to talk to you, you know,
it's
to guide you
painful.
through the process, I mean, you'll go.
Yeah, so Pastor Alex,
Okay.
So before because we have time constraints here, just before we leave, you know, you are focusing on the area of just, you know, raising awareness when it comes to diabetes. And since you started doing that, what is your perception now, you know, your perception as to diabetes in the Gambia, you know, with Gambians?
Thank you for that very question. It's a very important one because it will now open the eyes of many people. You see, it's becoming a pandemic now. And diabetes is not only for the old. Now, it's for the both.
Exactly.
We see young people having diabetes, we see old people having diabetes, and the public should understand that every day or every week, you must know your blood sugar level. You know, it will help you to know what you eat. Because we eat to live, we don't live to eat.
True.
So you are what you eat. So if we don't understand that the blood level, the blood sugar level in your system has to be controlled, before you know it, it will develop to something else. So we want to tell people that it is we are advocating for this. We want to go out there. We want to go from company to company, community to community, as we have done in Tangier last year. We are working with the Gambia Ministry of Health. They are doing a whole lot on this. Mr. Keba is there. And we want people to understand that you have to move up. You don't wait for people to come to you. Your health is your wealth. If you are not healthy, if you are sick, you cannot be happy. Despite what you eat, despite what you have. So your health is your wealth. So we want people to understand. Know your sugar level. If it's going high, you come for treatment. And this will help you and help people.
Thank you so much. Just in 5 seconds, you know, final words, Mr.
Just right now, we don't, our office is at the National Rehabilitation Center.
Where
the
is that
Department of
located?
Social Welfare,
Okay, yes.
behind the hospital, you see.
Yeah.
So anybody who want to have a prosthetic leg, you can come over there.
In Banjul?
Yes.
All right.
That's where we have our fully trained professionals who assemble prosthetic legs.
All right, thank you so much.
People.
So that is all we have time for. Till we come your way tomorrow with another exciting program. I think you'll be here with Julian Jai tomorrow. So thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your day.